Well, our guest, I will say this, puts the Kardashians to shame.
Oh, God, yes.
We talk a lot about how often we see them go to Disneyland. It is sort of like their own personal playground. They take the kids there all the time, but they can't come close to what Jeff Wrights has done. And his achievement has landed him in the Guinness Book of World Records. 2,995 consecutive days.
Consecutive days.
Visiting Disneyland. They should make him the mayor of Disneyland at this point.
I would think.
And he is joining us right now to celebrate his honor. Jeff, welcome to TMZ Live.
Hey, Jeff.
Welcome. Thank you, guys. And as a little side note, the Kardashians actually could get it a little close. A few years ago, when Kourtney and her friends were at the Halloween party, she was dressed as an Indian maiden. I helped them to get through some of the crowd in Fantasyland.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Okay, so we got to just unpack this. Look, everybody loves Disneyland. What is the fascination that brings it to this level?
It started out as just a joke between friends when Disney ran the commercial about giving you an extra Disney day when they announced the Leap Day 24-hour event. And we were already there on the 1st of January and had passes that had been given to us as free gifts. So it was free entertainment. We joked that how could it be an extra day if you don't use the others? So we wanted to go for all 366 days of 2012, and it just carried on.
So what do you do before we get into like the record? What do you do when you've been there 1,000 times? I mean, what do you do every day?
Every day was different. Other than going into Disneyland, it all depended if there was any special events or anything for annual pass holders going on, if I was meeting people, how I felt. If I was just wanting to get some steps in, and I enjoy photography. So I'd go around the park, looking for images to capture. The light was hitting the Matterhorn mountain just right. So I want to get that shot, or something like that, the castle looking great with the snow on top.
Now, if you'd done it for the 366 days straight in 2012, you'd be like, all right, that's an accomplishment. At what point did you decide, all right, so that was in 2012. What was the year when you decided, I'm just going to keep going and keep going and keep going because now it's a thing?
It had already gone into the news. The Orange County Register first broke the story back day 60. I met one of the reporters, and in July, like day 171, I think it was when it first went viral. And from then on, I was posting to social media and getting attention, and it just became something fun. With it being, back then you didn't have to make reservations. So with it being the local park, I work here in the Long Beach VA hospital, so I'm only 15 miles away. You could have, a tough day and go to Disneyland and spend an hour or two and, share some smiles and have a good time and help reset and recharge before going home to finish up things before going to bed.
Okay,
makes sense. Makes sense. You do happy hour at the happiest place on earth.
That's right.
Okay.
What I want to know, speaking on the same topic of happy hour, I got to know this. How many turkey legs have you eaten?
That's actually an easy one. I don't care for turkey, so I didn't eat any of those.
Wow.
I had more like the Dole Whips, the churros, the corn dogs, things like that.
If you've been to churro every day for 3,000 days, man, so you should check your sugar level. What happened here?
I feel like you got shortchanged here. So it's great that you are in the Guinness Book now. They certified it today. But the reason that you stopped was because of the pandemic, right?
That's correct.
Because they shut the park down.
Because they shut down the park. So you should, when the park reopened, did you start going again? Because I feel like that's not your fault. The pandemic's not your fault. The record should continue.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Well, see, here's the thing, Charles, is that would just be like, guests back at Walt Disney World in Florida, and the hurricanes come through and shut the parks down. Their count would have had to end. So for me, it was the same kind of thing. When the pandemic closed the park, that ended my count because it was no longer consecutive. The park was closed, but the calendar wasn't. And so that's how I was looking at the whole time.
Jeff, I know obviously we're celebrating the fact that you got the Guinness Book World Record now. What has Disney done for you? Do they?
No, I have the answer.
Did they
what are you
market
going to do now that Jeff? What are you going to do now that you're in the Guinness Book of World Records?
Well, I definitely want to go back to Disneyland.
Exactly.
It's been a while.
Has Disney, marked this in any way? Did they celebrate
Not yet. I haven't. They're probably one of the only companies that I haven't heard from. It's been a lot of media reaching out so far. I haven't heard anything from Disney as a corporation yet.
Well, we love it. This was, honest to God, this was the most entertaining story of the day.
Get this guy in the parade. All right.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Really
Congrats.
appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You too.
All right.
You know what? He's as fun as I thought he'd be.
Yeah.
I love that.
You kind of have to endure that for 3,000 straight days.
I love it.